I think we live.
His mask, he's a superhero. I represent the bad guys. David Icke's little reptoids. So, now your enemy's in here hosting the show with you, yay. We got Nick Fuentes, one of my best buddies who works for us, does a really good job. He's over there with us. Oh, now he's turning to Alex Jones. So what are we going to do here? Yay, the Balenciaga situation. You made a great point during a break earlier about how they just need a new devil, but that's a devil to distract us from the fact that we become the devil. But that's kind of what you said. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I just saw people making videos about it, and I said, it just seems like it's just more noise and mayhem and code red and things to get people outraged. As I said before, every form of pornography is only 10 years away from pedophilia. Anybody that's watching pornography, if you're watching a woman have sex on camera, she's reliving the trauma of being molested. Like a greater majority of women that end up being strippers, prostitutes, or pornographers, adult film stars, have gone through the trauma of experiencing pedophilia. But
All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Hey, we're going to get into a little bit of current events real quick, man. Somebody tried to shoot Charleston White. They shot at Charleston White. I want to go into it just a little bit because Charleston White says something here in this video that I agree with. I definitely agree with it. All right. So Charleston White, if you don't know who that is, he's a, activist. Okay. He's an activist for the quote unquote black community. He does a lot of work with the youth. He has a past, filled with trauma and things that he did in his life as a young man. And now he's trying to, in his own way, kind of turn the tides and get the youth to start thinking a different way. I love Charleston White's approach. I love his approach. I think Charleston White is of God. I don't think y'all niggas can kill him even if y'all try. Y'all can't kill this guy. I think he rolling with God. I think God got his back. But nevertheless, he went down to Houston either this weekend or, sometime recently. And he's been going back and forth to a certain degree with Jay Prince and some guys down in Houston that are with this rap label called Rap A Lot. That's not really the point. The point is that they shot at Charleston White. They tried to punk him out. They tried to intimidate him, and he wasn't going for it. And he's not going to go for it. But check this out. He said something here on this stream that I think is very important. Here we go.
Your motherfucking ass up, Jay Prince Jr. You known for beating up stripper bitches and taking pussy when you're drunk after club hours, nigga, during the after hours time. Stop talking like y'all the mob. I'm sick of you niggas. You ain't no goddamn mob, James. You ain't no goddamn mob, James. And y'all ain't got no goddamn mob time. They need to put you in the feds, nigga. James Prince needs to go to federal prison. And his sons need to go too, nigga. I'm sick of you niggas playing like y'all the mob, nigga. And y'all ain't got the same connection as the Italian gangster, nigga. Kill a politician then, nigga. Put a hit out on a cop then, nigga. If y'all the goddamn mob. Or shut y'all goddamn ass up, James and James Jr. I hate the Prince family. I hate Rap A Lot Records. I hate what you niggas represent and stands for, nigga. A bully family that's really weak. Y'all ain't the Kennedys, nigga. Y'all ain't the Bushes. Y'all ain't the DuPonts, niggas. Y'all ain't the Hineses, nigga. Y'all ain't the Hiltons, nigga. Y'all bully your own people, nigga. So fuck mob ties. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
That part right there. Y'all bully your own people. Y'all ain't the Clintons, y'all ain't the Hiltons, y'all ain't the Bushes, y'all ain't the DuPonts, And that's the whole thing right there with a lot of these rap niggas. They'll kill us, intimidate us, but they ain't doing no real work against anybody else. But they have a cover though. See, the whole thing is though, and Charleston White, I'm sure he understands all this shit. these crime families, these black ones, okay, they get covered from the issues. Okay, Rap-A-Lot is a rap label, and you know how they funnel up through the issues. So when they want to go kill a guy like Takeoff from the Migos, they got cover for that. They can kill us all day. They can bully us all day, intimidate us all day, push that bullshit on our kids and our community all day long. You bully your own fucking people. And if you don't like Charleston White, fuck you. You're not going to make it. Charleston White for the good, y'all. That's good bread right there you're looking at. Charleston White is good fucking bread because I say so. Because I say so. That's why he good bread. So I love it. I love it. Talk the truth, Charleston, to these weirdos, man. Out here trying to bully us.
Now, since somebody try to kill me, nigga, I'm gonna put all you niggas' ass in jail. I put a case on all you niggas, Prince. I don't give a fuck about nothing street, nigga. Street rules, street ties, street organization, street principles. I don't give a fuck about nothing street, nigga. I'm law abiding. I love law. I'm a police calling ass nigga, man. And I love to be the nigga to put Rap-A-Lot Records, James Prince in jail, nigga. Threaten me like you talk to Quavo and Takeoff them, nigga. I ain't never need your protection, nigga. And I'll be in Houston on the 17th, nigga. I ain't never needed none of you nigga protection.
So he went to Houston and they shot at him, allegedly. Okay. He was down there with some meeting some political candidate. Charleston White was. She had a party and I guess he was invited and he was down there. And then according to Charleston White, they sent some goons at him to try to intimidate him. He didn't back down. And as he was driving off, Charleston White says somebody from that crew shot at his vehicle. Okay. See, the hood need to hear shit like this. We got to have messengers of, be able to talk the language. Okay. The Bible speaks of sending his people a cruel messenger. Now, I don't know if Charleston White is that cruel messenger, but I know one thing, he is a cruel messenger. The Bible speaks of that, of sending his people a cruel messenger. Let's see if we can find one more thing on that, because I did want to talk about that. We're going to go a little bit about on the current events. I did want to get into that a little bit. This is the thing right here where he says, I guess they shot at him.
Yeah, I showed up by myself and
You heard the gunshot there?
Yeah, I showed up by myself
So I guess somebody shot at him. They might have, I don't know. Charleston said I think he said he saw them actually aim at the vehicle. Some people was asking if maybe they shot in the air or something like that. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm rolling with Charleston White. I love Charleston White's message, man. We need to hear that. We need to hear that. It was something else I wanted to get into as well. Y'all heard about Ben Shapiro calling somebody goy slop, talking about Tucker. Now I think Tucker and Ben Shapiro are on the same team. I think they're part of the stage. I don't believe that these guys are really beefing like that by any means. I thought I had a bookmark. Maybe I don't. It don't matter. We're going to get into that Alex Jones rewind here soon. But I did want to get into some of my bookmarks. Oh, man. Let me see what else they got going on here. Y'all bear with me. We're going to have a good time tonight. All right, we're going to get into this. We're going to get into this real quick. Oh no, let's talk about Candace a little bit. Candace dropped a bomb today. Now, I did a live not too long ago, and I was talking about how Ben Shapiro said about a week ago that some kind of way his security team was on the phone with Charlie Kirk's security team while they was in the back of the SUV trying to get him to the hospital. Which is a weird thing to say, yo. It makes no sense. And somebody put in the comments, some idiot, security teams talk to each other all the time. Are you fucking stupid? We're dealing with a weird group of a batch of people, bro. 2/3 of the people is just stupid. That makes no sense. And I knew somebody was going to pick up on that. You know what I'm saying? And of course, my homegirl Candace, this is also good bread. Candace is good bread because I say she good bread. Okay? There's only a few of them out there that you should kind of listen to what they're saying. Candace, Charleston White, Ye. It's a short list. It's a short list. Mostly everybody else is scary, bro. All right. So let's look at Candace has to say about the situation here.
Carlson, Megyn Kelly. And now we fast forward and we learn that Ben claims that his security, who are consists of former Israeli IDF members, were on the phone with Charlie's security during the critical 7 minutes that Charlie was fighting for his life, while Charlie was dying in the back seat of an SUV. His enemy was receiving updates. How sinister is that? I want you to comprehend how sinister that is. And let's take a listen to Ben state this so you can fully appreciate how deeply evil it feels. Take a listen.
I remember where I was when all this was happening. I was in Los Angeles. I had sort of a breakfast/lunch meeting with somebody. And I got the news that Charlie had been shot, and my security was on the phone with Charlie's security because nobody knew what the hell was going on. Well, Charlie was still in the back of the car, and we were sort of getting updates along the way. There's visual timelines that show Charlie's body being carried to a vehicle within minutes of being shot. Apparently, he was still alive at the time. Again, I know that only because my security was...
She did. She brought that up. She sure did. You know, Candace is sterile as fuck. I tell you about Candace a while ago. Candace was that high school girl that knew everybody's shit. She was in everybody's business. She knew everybody's shit. She knew the scoop on what teachers was. I'm gonna kind of be wilding out this stream tonight. She knew what teachers was fucking each other. She knew who was dating, who broke up with who cheated on the final exam. You knew she knew shit. She was that. She's catty. She a busybody. Hey, so you know Candace gonna get the scoop. You know she gonna get the fucking scoop. She's gossipy, but I don't think she's purposefully deceitful. I don't think she lies. She might get some information wrong, but she's definitely gonna ask that question and she's gonna dig into your ass. And that's why they loved her so much. That's why Ben Shapiro and all these motherfucking issues loved her so much. Because she had that black, what they call it? Black girl magic. She had that black girl magic. But now when that shit is twisted and aiming at them, she's loony. You notice that? Now she's a psychopath. So let's hear Candace out. I'm not going to play a whole lot of Candace because I think she will take your stuff down. Here we go.
Talking to his security in the car.
Okay, wait, you still have bots joining your calls? I feel like I have to. No, look, if you're going to use an AI in your meetings, you need to be using granola.
I hate that.
Salute, Moses. Always.
I hope Charlie couldn't hear. Everything about his demeanor there does not pass the vibe check for me. Everything about his aggressive position and demeanor since Charlie's passing has signaled to me that something is very awry. So what did we do? We put out a bounty. I said, who was Benny Boy with at breakfast or lunch? He doesn't remember breakfast or lunch. And we instantly heard back and we took our time to verify the person that we were speaking with, that that person was authentic, that we did everything possible to fact check the information. Regardless, I will still say allegedly, because of course there was always room for misunderstanding. But the person that Ben was with has allegedly told various other people that he was with Ben when Charlie Kirk was shot. Now, we were not able to confirm that they were at breakfast or lunch. Only what came to us was that they were together. And that person is a man named Gary Javich. Ben was allegedly with Gary Javich and an as of yet unidentified woman when Charlie Kirk was shot. Now, we have a strong guess as to who that woman could be, but we'd rather not venture a guess unnecessarily. So Gary Javich is not a person that you have likely ever heard of unless you are Jewish and involved in the community, but he is certainly very well known, actually very powerful. And we weighed his identification, this identification, as likely, determined it was probably likely given the reason that Ben was in Los Angeles on that September day. For clarity, Ben was in Los Angeles because he was scheduled to appear later that evening at the Ronald Reagan.
So Candace is digging all up in his stuff, per usual, and she should. I want her making these people uncomfortable. Let me see what you say. I'm sick of Charlie Kirk's story because we have to act like we don't know. And now it's a year-long investigation and nothing gonna happen. You're right. And that's what they do, bro. Nobody gonna do nothing. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. And I wasn't even a big Charlie Kirk fan like that. I wasn't a big Charlie Kirk fan. Not anything personal. I just think he didn't move me like that. You know, he didn't move me like that. I didn't have anything against him, but I never tuned in to see what Charlie Kirk was gonna say. But from my understanding, a lot of people feel some kind of way about Charlie. But you're right. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. You know? But I like how Candace is gonna dig just for the sake of digging. You know what I'm saying? She gonna make them uncomfortable. Some kind of way she gonna make them uncomfortable. So I think Candace is on the side of the good guys. All right. Remember, I said it's spiritual war, baby. Just talk. Just be spiritual. Just talk. You ain't gotta have all the facts. Just speak in the direction of truth, and God will pick up the rest of the loose change. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I'm not gonna play a whole lot of. Excuse me. Dang. Shouldn't be eating. I'm a cookie monster, bro. I'll be eating cookies. All right. Let's go. We're going to do part 2 today of InfoWars, Alex Jones, Ye, and Nick Fuentes. See if we can pick up on anything else that they were talking about and see how relevant it is today. As I said yesterday, you know, looking back at this interview, it's clear that Alex Jones is compromised. He is so uncomfortable with this topic. It's funny how everybody turned into a safe space liberal when they interviewed Ye. Oh, I don't want to classify all people as the same. Oh, each individual, you know? Yeah, I agree. It gives us a flashlight to be like, yep. And remember, Moses, you was on there when I was saying where Ye said, Ye was comparing the world to his Madison Square Garden fashion show where they had the curtain over all of the models. And I guess the people he had designed it with, Vanessa Beecroft, I think her name is, said, Ye, you can't leave the models underneath the curtain. They're going to get hot. And then Ye said, no, you got to leave it. You got to leave that curtain on there until the last, the last note of Father Stretch My Hands. He says it's going to be like that again one day. He said, woof, the curtain going to go up and kings going to be made in that moment. So the people going to get hot. And the people are getting hotter and hotter now. But they don't know where to go with it. You know, there's a couple rules to this game. Anybody watching this stream, if you believe that the current Jewish people are the people, the authors of this information, you're wrong. You're going to be lost. I'll just leave I'll just give you that nugget right now. If you think that Jewish people were the authors of this information, nothing's going to make sense. Nothing's going to make sense. If you believe Jesus was Jewish, was some Jewish guy, was some Jewish Shapiro Netanyahu guy, nothing's going to make sense. You're going to be lost and swept away in the flood. And that's the aspect of this whole conversation, one of the key aspects that is missing from this conversation. Everyone's respecting these people as if they're the people. And then the ones that know that they're not the people, they'll say some shit like, well, it doesn't matter. Israel's just the church now. How convenient. How convenient. All these years you've been running around saying these Jewish people are the authors of this information. And when you find out that they're not, you just want to say, oh, it doesn't matter now. Oh, really? How convenient is that? Thank you. Jesus didn't wear no damn yarmulke. You think Jesus, come on, y'all. It's so clear, bro. And like I said before, I have to repeat myself because somebody's going to hear it and you know, people are going to hear this one day. They promote an image of white Jesus all over the world. It's white guy, a white guy, a white guy all over the world, a white Jesus. And I have to ask a basic question, guys. If Jesus was white, they wouldn't show you a white Jesus. The purpose of the devil is for you not to recognize Jesus, dummy. The devil does not want you to recognize Jesus, dummy. Maybe one day I'll get to get on one of these shows, man, and just tear that shit up. All right, let's check out my boy Ye, Alex Jones, and Nick Fuentes, part 2 of the infamous ski mask, Balenciaga mask interview. Here we go.
Presidential Library in Simi Valley at 6:00 p.m. That event was eventually canceled because Charlie was shot. What we can confirm about Gary Javich is that he has spent the last few decades of his life, he's older, in his 70s, mid-70s, in Omaha, Nebraska, of all places, right? He got one of his degrees in Omaha, Nebraska. 6:00 p.m.
My bad. I messed that all up, y'all. Work with me, guys. I totally messed that up. I don't know. I pressed the wrong button and the wrong thing was playing. Here we go. My fault. Please excuse that. I'm only human.
But sex is a legal drug that's pushed to destroy humanity. If you drive down the street in California, they will be pushing strip clubs, they're pushing alcohol, they're pushing sex. It's this is like, so for people to have this moral code about pedophilia, but no moral code about strip clubs, pornography, and the sex industry, it's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that all of that is wrong. So Jesus said so, or Jesus said no. That's when we just need to follow.
So let me ask you this. What about world population? The globalists say there's too many people. They want to sterilize us. They want to promote transgenderism. They want to depopulate us. Do you think that that's accurate? Or, I mean, what do you think of the New World Order and its overall agenda?
I believe so. I'm more of a gut feeling person. Like I said, I'm the battering ram. And you guys are the SWAT team to come in afterwards and then give the information. God has people, different kind of warriors, different heights, different mindsets, different colors. And our collective agenda needs to be to serve God in what we do. And we
can't do that if we don't have an open, free debate.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
We can't do that if we don't have an open, free debate. And
that's what we have. God brought us here. You created this platform, the InfoWars. I heard about the legend of Alex Jones from this lady named Tracy Romulus, Tracy Gwynn, who is faking like a Christian, is really, you know what? Much love to Tracy Romulus and Tracy Gwynn, because this is the type of person I will sue. I'm just going to say I prefer that person not be next to my children. So much love, and Jesus, God bless your family. I would prefer that person be not next to my children. Next person, next subject.
Balenciaga, though, you were going to, I mean, just overall, what do you, because obviously you were with a lot of fashion brands.
See, he bring up that Balenciaga stuff. That's weird for Alex Jones to get caught up in that. When that happened, that was obviously like a hit job or some kind of, I think they're going to talk about it here, to like get people looking this way. And to see Alex Jones just ask about it, it's like, bro, you not listening to what Ye's saying right now? Come on, man.
Now all the stuff's come out. It's almost like they did this on purpose as a PR stunt.
I think so. You know, I'm friends with the head designer, and I believe that it was a setup. I think it was a hit job. And now all of a sudden, everyone is so outraged and focused on Balenciaga, but then we're still aborting our kids. We're still fornicating. We're still killing each other. We're still listening to music that promotes that. But we don't wear Balenciaga now. You shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what are you doing? You're throwing stones. Oh my God. But you know, our moral code, we just cheated on our wives. We just fornicated. We just had threesomes. We just bought some sex on Instagram. We just sold some sex. We use sex to sell a product, but we don't like Balenciaga. Shut up. Shut up. I'm throwing the tablets right now. Shut up. Instagram is about prostitution, and everyone involved in any version of the sex business is as bad as the pedophiles. So everyone shut up. Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Hey, he said that several times during this interview that Instagram is basically like a sex trafficking app. He said it a whole lot. I'm not on Instagram a whole lot like that, but I don't think he's lying. And he really highlighting what is going on and what happens, how they want us to turn a blind eye to other evils. They'll give you something to be outraged about. Here, focus on this thing. Focus on this. Here you go, Balenciaga. While all kinds of other stuff is happening. That's what I think, is, the message in what he's saying about shut up.
So I'm thinking of all the thousands of topics we can cover in limited time we have, as you're about to get on a plane and go back to another state and do some new stuff. What else is on your radar? Because there's a lot. What do you think about the Ukraine war? What do you think about the devaluation of the dollar? What do you think about FTX and Bitcoin? I mean, there's so many topics.
Nick?
Well, yeah, in terms of Ukraine and Russia, I haven't really seen so much of that in the news. I'm, of course, pro-Putin. I'm very pro-Russia.
I am also.
Let's go. Yeah. You see that this is just an extension of the United States neocon establishment, New World Order type stuff.
What does Putin say about America's value system?
So he said in a speech when he annexed those two breakaway provinces and he annexed the Donbass, he said in his speech that we have totally abandoned traditional values, traditional faith, and that we've actually embraced full-on Satanism. And he's totally right. And
well, it's true. America's embracing Satanism.
Yeah,
but Jesus is alive. And these things are going to pull. It's a movement. The devil is a defeated foe. We're not even going to speak any of that into existence. God runs the world, and it's freedom fighters for Christ like us today that are going to stop it right now and say, we got to start
Facts,
here.
Moses.
Each one of us, we are the church. We are the priests of our homes. All the men are the priests of their homes, and everyone is the body of Christ. And we start here. Sin, it's like we're a glass of water, and sin is like throwing acid and used plastic and stepped on bugs in a glass, and then you want to pour some water in, and it tastes bad. So what you want to cover it with an alcohol flavor or with some food coloring or with a sexy outfit or something, and then you want to just keep on drinking that sin and not understand why your stomach is hurting in the morning. And I know as a recovering alcoholic that a cure for a hangover is another drink. And that's basically what we've been doing. We're all orphans of
Keep doubling down.
we're orphans of capitalism. So when we talk about the ideas that we have for the newer version, the amended Constitution that me and Nick are rewriting and working on right now, and the ideas of purifying our system because we need will and expertise.
Well, let's talk about that. You say you're going to run for president 2024.
I'm not, Alex, you're really good at stating things in a way that gets you sued. So.
No, I thought you're announcing for president, right?
No, I'm not announcing. Alex, Love you, love you, love you. What I'm saying with the conversation that we're having about a possible 2024 walk and a victory at the office, America, I'm putting everything on the line for the truth to bring you a cleaner system. Our system has been dirtied and muddied and destroyed. I am not the most knowledgeable Christian, and I'm not the most knowledgeable politician, but I am truthful. I'm nobody's hard.
No, I believe that. What I was trying to get to is, what is your platform? And you text me your platform.
I know, man. I don't know how this whole thing gonna shake out. I just have a feeling, a gut feeling that, you know, it's not over. Ye's not done yet. I think we talked about this before, man. I would be so upset if Ye just never talked about this again and life just went on. I would be like, bro, why the fuck did you get me so hyped? But I don't think he's done. He has kids, man. You know, a lot of us have children, so we want to make it better for our children. So they got something up their sleeve, or he has something up his sleeve through his art. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. I just have that gut feeling, man.
Makes a lot of sense.
Well, it starts here with the Bible, and we're going to work through this with our designers. We're going to approach America like Steve Jobs approached Apple. We are the youngest startup in history, but we're the world power because of our military and mainly because of our naval force. And it shows how smart and how powerful Americans are. The engineering, the sheer engineering. We invented Apple. We have the strongest military, and now we have to take that same type of sensibility, take it out of Wall Street's hands and give it to the people. That engineering mind that created the trams, that made Disney, that made Pixar, that made Lucasfilms, that made Apple, that engineering mind, these minds that we have are going to be brought together to cure America, and then we will influence the rest of the world into higher consciousness and into peace.
And I agree. We were given that birthright, and somehow it's been lost. I want to talk about that. And after you leave soon.
That sounds like Revelations. I seen a new heaven and a new earth, or I saw a city coming from above, New Jerusalem. You know, a lot of things that Ye says lines up scripturally to a T. He's not off from like what the books say and what the prophecies say. He's really not. I see a lot of videos online where a lot of brothers who know that you know, blacks are the Jews and whatnot. They speak about a second Exodus and things like that. You know, maybe that's possible. I don't know, but something's gonna have to happen. And I don't know what it's gonna look like.
We're gonna have Owen and everybody else and myself stay here and continue on.
If you have knee pain, watch this.
Dude, stop running like that. Your knees are doomed. Nah, man, they've never felt better.
Take calls, and as long as you can stay.
I'm watching this on Rumble, so I can't really help the commercials, but it is what it is.
I know you got to go soon, but I wanted to bring in Owen Schroyer and Ollie Alexander, who helped get you here, for their take and any questions they've got for Ye, because you guys have great questions, great comments. So Owen Schroyer.
I agree. I don't think there's a political solution. I don't think there's a political solution, a Democrat-Republican solution. I mean, if there is, okay, there is. But like if Ye said he's running for president in 28, bro, I'm gonna be out here campaigning like you wouldn't believe, right? I'm with him. So if that's the route he goes, I'm gonna follow him that way. But I don't know. I've heard him say all kinds of stuff like, you know, you can buy land and do this and do that. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Well, second Exodus, as far as us leaving the system, like walking away from like the system, walking away from the 9 to 5, the day to day, the taxes, the traffic, where we just kind of pull out of the system. Right. I don't know. You know what I mean? So second Exodus spiritually, maybe physically, but not Exodus as in us walking off of the land of America. More of a leaving all this stuff behind and creating a new reality for ourselves, and everything else just falls around us. It's just a thought, you know?
And Ollie Alexander.
I'll hold my questions for Ye later, because I kind of want to come in because we have a lot of eyes on this transmission right now, and there's a lot of people sharing their opinions on the internet with this right now. And so I kind of just want to, I just want to take a step back and just say, look, we're in a difficult realm with what we're doing here today, trying to balance fun and seriousness, because we are serious people. We have serious missions and goals, but we also want to have fun. We don't want to hate life. We want to enjoy life, and we want other people to enjoy life. And when I see the response on the internet from the haters and the people getting angry today, I'm just a little perturbed. Let Ye speak. Let the man speak. You may not agree with what he has to say, but why don't you want him to speak? I don't get it. Same thing with Alex Jones. Why don't you want Alex to speak? What is wrong with you? Why are you so angry? Why are you so serious all the time? If you don't like what they say, tune it out. But here's what gets me, Alex. This is what bothers me. It's bothered me with the attacks on you over the years. It bothers me with the attacks we see on Ye today. Whether you agree with everything he said or disagree with everything he said, let's get our priorities straight here, okay? If you're upset with what Kanye West has said today, let me remind you that Kanye West, excuse me, Ye. Yeah. Let me correct that. Ye. If you're upset with anything Ye has said here today, Ye is not the person in Chicago shooting people every night, teenagers, innocent people dying. Ye is not the person in DC in Congress selling this country out for decades. Ye is not the person with big pharma that's killed millions of people with their products. It's all come out in court, that still has influence to mandate their products on the people. That's not Ye. Ye is not the one that's lying us into wars where millions of people die and trillions get spent. So for all the backlash, all the huffing and puffing that we're going to see from this interview in the next 48 hours, you're all clowns. You're all clowns. If this interview upsets you, your priorities are so out of whack, and I don't even think you have the capability to enjoy life anymore. And you need to take a serious look and reflection in the mirror.
They're against free will. They're against free.
Owen kind of went in right there. Now, he's no longer with InfoWars. Who would have ever thought that? He's been gone for about, 6 months now? He's not with Alex Jones anymore. You know? But he kind of went in a little bit.
A discussion which shows they're evil. And anyone going along with censoring somebody's speech is a fraud and an enemy of the people.
But the people are not evil. It's Satan that controls the people and puts demonic blocks. So when you see the truth in front of you, you can't even hold the truth. Like it's demonic blocks. I can go to Kim and say, hey, put your family first. You have someone who loves you. Put us first. Put your children first. And it's demonic blocks bringing her into traumatic, everything. She was pushed into the sex tape. She's pushed into saying that she had sex with Pete Davidson in front of a fireplace. Hulu does not love you, Kim. Disney does not love you, Kim. Come home, Kim. Come home to Christ. Go to God. Go to Jesus, because you saying you might not ever get, or marry somebody, great. Go marry Tom Brady, whatever you want to do. But get married and use your platform as an influence to keep families together. Don't let the devil use you. And those people that are out there mad at the ability for us to say things, for consciousness, I have to think, okay, white lives matter. I'm going to do a t-shirt. I'm going to make it. You understand? Woke culture is controlled by the Zionist media, making people mad, outraged, going out the street. We're so outraged, but you're not doing anything yourself to change it and follow God and follow Christ. We haven't said anything against the word of God today. God says love everyone. So if I say I love the Zionists that cancel my account, then I could say I do love Hitler. I do love the Zionists. I love everyone. The Zionists cannot tell me who I can love and not love.
You know how they purposely skipped over all this that he's saying on every reaction, every news outlet, every Zionist media outlet? He never said he hated anyone. But I even heard Ben Shapiro says, oh, he hates the Jews. He hates the Jews. Just liars, bro. He said he loves everyone. That was the whole point of this. He didn't say he hated anyone. He said, I love everybody. This was amazing what he did. It's like they fall right into the trap. They fell right into the trap. This man didn't say he hated anyone. And what kind of person would tell you that you have to hate somebody, regardless of what they did or what they didn't do? What kind of motherfucker gonna tell you you have to hate this person? And if you don't, something's wrong with you if you don't hate them. What? So you can see the spirit that is ruling these people. The Ben Shapiros. You see the spirit that's ruling these people, where there's some kind of consensus where you have to hate someone because we say so. Fuck out of here with that.
I don't think like that. I think more like someone that's on the spectrum. Since that's what they want to claim, well, let me be on the spectrum of love, because love.
But that's a good T-shirt. I love Hitler.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
I'm joking.
Well, and I think too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love Zionists too. Oh, sorry.
I love Zionists. We love everyone.
You're just saying love humanity and stop getting past the labels. It's
love is the key. Everyone's promoting this loathing, and it's time to promote love. God.
No, I hear you. Let's bring in Ollie Alexander, who helped get this done. Ollie, I've known you for years, but this is quite the broadcast. This is definitely, so far in 2022, the biggest broadcast of the year. This is it.
Yeah, don't put this on me, Ricky Bobby.
That's right.
Ahead,
If you're not first, you're last. Come on, Ali, you're on air. Give us your take on this.
No, I mean, this is great. Look, I love everybody on screen, and I love them, and I like them, and I endorse them. And I think that what Owen said is absolutely right. Is like, you can look at this interview and you can be triggered. You know, you can engage your ego and say, Ye endorsed genocide when he didn't. You could look at this broadcast and say, Nicholas Fuentes is a 23, 24-year-old, secret dog whistling KKK Nazi. But that's also not the case. You could say that Alex Jones and Owen Schroyer are actually platforming hate, but that's not what's going on at all. And I think what's powerful about this broadcast, I really think that we're making narrative history, is that we're breaking the Overton window. The Republican establishment sold us out. The conservative movement sold us out. The churches, they closed. So when we looked for leadership on the right, there was none. Okay, when Owen Schroyer got charged, when Ollie Alexander got sued and investigated, Alex, when you got sued, did we get a call from Mar-a-Lago saying, "Hey, I'm a billionaire and I want to help fund what you guys have been through"?
Everybody, I don't know, except for Alex Jones, is spitting fire. Even this guy here saying that the Republican establishment failed the people. And, this is before Trump went in the second time. And now look at everybody. Most people with at least a hint of God in their mind realize that things are not going the way that they thought they were going to go in 2024 when they elected this guy back into office. The churches are lies. Y'all see that now, that they mobbed up. A lot of these pastors take trips over there to Israel, come back with the bag, and they mobbed up now. The church is closed. The church is closed, ladies and gentlemen. The physical ones, they're not open. Everybody's spitting fire right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, this guy ended up getting into some situation where he got accused of some stuff, and I don't really see him anymore. But to my understanding, he's the person that started the whole Stop the Steal rally, meme, whatever you want to call it. I haven't seen much of him since this interview here.
Me? No, we didn't. So here we are left with the last option on InfoWars, the home of the resistance, and we're a bunch of pseudo-celebrities with one celebrity saying, okay, well, then we're just going to break the chessboard. We're getting off your chessboard because it is rigged. It's rigged by Lucifer. It's rigged by the Satanists. It is rigged by the Jewish mafia, and people don't want to say that. It's rigged by the Marxists and the leftists and all of these people. And it's actually, frankly, rigged by people who would, betray Christ within the church, the apostates. So I think that this broadcast should encourage everybody to take everyone else just at their word, only use what they're saying, take it in good faith and in the best light, and stop.
He hasn't, bro. It's crazy. I really thought Trump was going to do it. Maybe I didn't think he was going to do it, but I knew something was wrong. One of the first things that gave me a bad feeling about Trump is when he got them charges, actually. When they put them Fed charges on him, it reminded me too much of how they do the rap game. I was like, oh, shit, he's done. Because that's what they do with the rappers. They'll give them a charge, right? And in some kind of way, the charges will get dropped or dismissed or time served or some shit. Then they come out and they drop an album. So when they put the charges on Trump, I started looking at him sideways. That was weird to me. And then when guys like Ben Shapiro start supporting Trump, I knew that was the nail in the coffin. That's when I knew it was a wrap. When Ben Shapiro starts saying, I endorse Donald Trump, I knew it was a wrap. And if you go back and look at this, we're going to watch the rest of it and watch part 3 and 4 as the week goes on. Ye and Nick Fuentes, to a lesser degree, were giving Trump the message here, bro. Follow Christ, bro. Don't sell us out.
Relying on the ADL and the SPLC or Twitter trends. In fact, Elon should get rid of Twitter trends. There shouldn't be editorial little comments.
Well, they always control it anyways.
what's
We hit
trending.
#1, they took it off. But bigger than that, what about the biomedical mafia, the big pharma? It's the king daddy with the central banks. You know, so my only concern about talking about certain other elites. How about the big corporate elite that all links up with one agenda? Yeah.
Jesus runs the world. Elon needs to put Alex Jones back on the platform, because I don't agree with someone that doesn't believe in Christ saying, you're cool, you're cool, you're cool, not you. And this is my friend, right? This is my boy, but we can agree to disagree, right? But it's still his platform. It's up to him. But also, I'm not a person that's going to say, hey, I agree with everything. There's things that I said today that you guys don't agree with because you're not in the same place or in the same position in your walk that I'm at. I'm in a position where I love the person the doctor that had plastic surgery on my mom. I always have been in a way where I can't hate. I embrace.
You said your mother was sacrificed. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I believe that Michael Jordan's dad was sacrificed. I believe, didn't something happen with Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
My mom, these are all Zionist sacrifices
Hit that
that
like
happen.
button, please.
But this is Satan
I
at
really
the end of the
appreciate
day.
that.
There's a lot of people that feel like we're at the end of days. And Jesus runs the world. God runs the world. Jesus is the real king of Israel. And
I got to get that back.
I'm just
Hold on, what
a
he said
simple
there. Check
servant
it out.
of God. I'm not all Zion.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I believe that Michael Jordan's dad was sacrificed. I believe, didn't something happen with Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
My mom, these are all Zionist sacrifices that happen. But this is Satan at the end of the day. There's a lot of people that feel like we're at the end of days. And Jesus runs the world. God runs the world. Jesus is the real king of Israel. And I'm just a simple servant of God. I'm not a mathematician.
Oh, no, I hear you. You said white lives matter because I think I'm going to put words in your mouth. You understood that they're trying to demonize white people to create a crisis.
Do y'all listen to how Ye speaks and do you realize what he just said there? I'm not going to say it because I don't feel like it's time to say it all the way yet. But if you go back and hear what he said, he just said something there. He just told you something. You got to listen to how he words his sentences. He just said something there. And the funny thing is, nobody's going to believe it until it's too late.
And for us to fight with each other, I thought that was very true. I think all lives matter, but you went even stronger and said white lives matter. You got criticized for that. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I thought that that was my right. I felt that I just exercised.
The people who never stop asking are the ones who find answers.
Look at this Ruben guy using
questions.
Ye song
Rights
for an ad.
that are only given to whites. A white person can wear a T-shirt that says Black Lives Matter, but for a black person to wear a T-shirt that says White Lives Matter, that somehow makes me racist. So I love just going up and saying, hey, what do you think about this? What about that? And if we don't use our consciousness, they're trying to beat us into our consciousness and make us ignorant. They want to dumb us down. And I'm probably the lowest IQ here of anyone speaking. And I'm saying, say out loud what we feel. We would no longer be ran by the idea of fake influence and celebrities.
I'm going to interrupt you.
No, hold on, Alex, don't interrupt me. I denounce every celebrity. I denounce every celebrity I ever stood next to God bless you. And you know, that's the Christian word of what I really want to say. Any celebrity, only celebrity that I rock with is Ray J. Literally. Every one of y'all others, y'all all soft, come see me when y'all want to see me. Every fake gangster, so-called killer, any basketball player, any rapper, any actress, any musician, any model, any editor, come see me. Come see God's child right now. Please. I want it. I want to see my mama. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you can't touch in Jesus' name, baby.
I was going to say this, though. I want to be clear.
Is there anybody that I'm missing? Out of all the quote unquote celebrities that we have, even everybody talking about this Israel thing now, there's only like one or two people that you can really, look at and say, oh, this person is following the real truth here. Every celebrity, whether it's a black podcast like Joe Budden, The Breakfast Club, Ebro and Ned Rosenberg, they all fed it out, devil worshipers. Whether it's on the quote unquote white people side, whether it's Tucker, Seth Dillon, Tim Dillon, whatever the hell you want to call it, PBD, peanut butter and jelly, whatever the hell that Iranian's name is, the Young Turks, they all Satanists in my opinion. Is there anyone, please put it in the chat, Moses. Is there somebody else out there that is like, oh, no, man, this person's the real deal? They all mobbed up. That's just what I see. But I could be missing something.
You say you have the lowest IQ anybody here. I'm not kissing your ass. Yeah, that's not true. There's different types. IQ is just one test. It's one thing. There's cultural IQ. There's mathematical. There's spiritual. There's economic savants. There's art savants. And I can tell you, I'm an idiot savant. That's a French word. It doesn't mean I'm actually an idiot. It means that I don't know a lot of stuff, but things I know, I know. Like I don't even get into it, folks, but it's ridiculous. Okay, I can wake up at 2 a.m., 5 a.m.
and Cardi also,
and I can tell you what time the clock's going to say before I look at it. The little weird thing I can do. The point is that there's savants that actually bring the world to the next level, and I think people need to take that for what it is. I wouldn't call you autistic, but you have a savantish thing about you, and I think that's a positive, not a negative. Nick, you want to say anything? Ollie or Owen?
And Fabio.
Yeah, I want to say this. This is a story that Ye shared. I'm not even going to ask permission because he said he's nobody's hard drive, so I'm nobody's hard drive. Ye was hanging out with Elon, and Elon was sitting there, and they were under a rocket launch, and Elon says to Ye, you have the highest EQ. So there's also the EQ. And what I think Ye is talking about is like, we've assembled a powerful group of Avengers. We have different experiences.
Elon dropped the bar. Elon said that, man, that's a bar, bro. That is such an excellent way to describe Ye and his people. I made comments about black people. Like the running joke is that black people have low IQs. And I'm so okay with that. I want the EQ. You can have the IQ. Because all the high IQs are the people running your planet right now. The high IQs run your government. The high IQs run your banking system. The high IQs tell you that you need heart medication. The high IQs tell you that you got cancer, then kill you with the chemo. The high IQs put this shit in your food to make it last longer. So you can be a high IQ. Give me the EQ. I love that bar right there. I love it. It's a perfect description of the type of spirit that's needed. Fuck these IQs. EQ, baby. Love it.
Different expertise. We, in fact, even interpret information differently. But we've all got a superpower, and we've got to contribute it to taking down the perma-state, the deep state, the globalists, whatever anybody wants to call this, this group that's running us, this depopulation group. We've got to, wage war against the machine. And if everybody rushes to get canceled, they can cancel none of us. And so I think that today, again, is a historic day in which it's not about agreement. It's an agreement in disagreement against them.
No, I agree. I agree that this is about saying free speech is sacrosanct. And even if you disagree with something, it should be celebrated instead of demonizing
Well,
it.
wait. Let me interrupt here. And Nick is actually the person who's talked best about this. And this is where I think that like Laura Loomer, who is a Zionist Jew, conservative, and patriot, and then you.
I like how he said Laura Loomer, who is a Zionist Jew and patriot. This Ali Alexander guy, I would have liked to see more of him. Like I said, I think he got into some shit. They found something on his hard drive or something. I don't know. But that was a funny, because he's so accurate. She is actually a Zionist Jew.
Who are kind of libertarian or conservatarian, and Owen's kind of conservatarian, would disagree with Nick and I, who might be more of the Catholic tradition. We would totally support blasphemy laws. Totally. And I don't want to speak for him, but what Nick points out is that you have to have a right to dissent. That is way more powerful than, free speech, where we're actually rigging the system to have what Ye is talking about, Instagram and pornography.
Absolutely, Ollie. We're going to come right back to you in a moment. Ye wants me to tweet on his giant, 35 million viewers, 36 million?
Yeah, we're going to have Alex Jones put it up for my Twitter. Hi, Ari Emanuel. How's it going? How's your wife's clothing line?
Here, let's do an overhead shot here, please, guys, so I can do this. I haven't tweeted in so long, I hardly remember how this works. You guys do an overhead shot for me? All right, so this is Ye's phone here, and I just want to say I love, L-O-V, the
Jews.
That's true. Say that? It's true. I do love them. First, how do you say amendment? AMT? What's the abbreviation?
I think Ye corrects
AMDT,
Alex. Alex
I got
said
it.
something stupid.
I
Watch.
love the First Amendment. Long live Ye. We got to capitalize that, though. All right. I'm going to tweet that. I love the First Amendment. Long live Ye. I hope.
No. We're going to pray. No hoping. We pray.
No, I pray. Pray Elon is for real.
No, pray to God, not to Elon. Pray that God.
I pray to God. I agree. I'll say that. I pray
to Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Say his name. There's power, there's strength in the name.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit of this Twitter.
Okay, I pray to
stuff here.
Jesus that Elon is for real.
What do you mean by for real? What does it mean?
Why
For
did
real about what? Be more
Alex
Trying to free up the internet.
cough like that when he said Jesus. See, I be catching shit like that, man. And maybe I'm tripping. But I'm going to rewind a little bit. He was like, I pray to Jesus Christ. Like almost like, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Check it out. We're going to rewind it just a tad.
Jesus Christ.
For real.
No, pray to God, not to Elon. Pray that God.
I pray to God. I agree. I'll say that. I pray
to Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Say his name. There's power, there's strength in the name.
Jesus. Okay, I pray to Jesus that Elon is for real.
Maybe
What
I'm
do
looking
you
more
mean by for
much
real? What does it
into
mean? For real about what? Be
I
more
didn't like
Trying
that
to free
cough,
up
though,
the
Alex.
internet.
Write that. Write that.
Elon,
I believe he
I
is.
pray to Jesus.
That
Pray to-
Apple doesn't deplatform Elon for freeing the internet.
I hope he's for real.
No, pray that Apple doesn't
I'm gonna fast forward some of this. We can get more
Elon
into
for
that,
freeing the
to some
internet.
good-
He just met with him. He says he's
Good
not.
talk.
Bam!
Hey.
I actually have real ideas. And I believe, let me talk for a second, don't cut me off. I have a few good ideas. I have ideas that surpass the idea of just being a black face for the Trump administration, just being Elon's cool friend at a concert. I actually have real ideas, Tim Cook. I actually have real ideas. And I get marginalized into these places. And I understand people are afraid of the truth. The best EQ on the planet. When I went to people like David Simon and Jamie Salter and all these Jewish businessmen, they would offer me things like, hey, we'll give you one store. And I got frustrated. I got frustrated with the Gap, with Adidas, of being held back. And people act like they're going to help you, but they really control you like how Jamie Salter controls Shaquille O'Neal, or the NBA controls Shaquille O'Neal. And this is nothing, no knock to our brother. All black people feel the way I feel, but nobody wants to go broke. No one else can take a $2 billion hit and still have $400 million, you know? So that's God putting me in a position to be able to fight battles that other people can't fight. But the people, the real people, they're standing up, they're talking. The problem...
How can anybody disagree with this? It's awesome.
There you go.
All right, now we got Ali Alexander, and everybody's...
What's up with that Fed shit with, you know, Alex be cutting them off, yelling some bull crap, man? It's really fetty. Alex, bro, you have been found out, young man or old man.
Let's over the tweet command base.
Nick, what are you tweeting?
Let's see. How about this?
Can we shift the camera over there, guys? I know it's hard, but...
Yeah.
How about Christ is King?
I'm gonna fast forward some
America First.
Force.com.
Don't visit. No, yes.
Yeah,
I'm glad that Billy...
wife on the creative direction, and I will not...
No, we're going to put it on screen.
I put out Christ is King.
What are you going to tweet from Ye's Twitter?
J6 establishment and the conservative movement to highlight the due process abuses and the torture. And Laura, could you stop calling while we're live on air? I mean, my gosh. Girl, you know, she's on the spectrum too, though. So she's got that, you know, with good comment. But so I think that we need to talk about the J6 victims. So let's, all caps, investigate the civil rights and due process.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Shaq and Charles, them. Because remember, in the car, Ye said he brought their names up. So this is like the second time he brought Shaq's name up, and he brought up the NBA guys. He said they can control Shaq, they can control Charles Barkley. Remember when Kyrie Irving posted that link to that documentary, and then the NBA Tonight crew, Shaq and both Charles called Kyrie an idiot. What have those guys ever said to us? And then Ye said something else interesting in that particular interview when he was sitting in the back of the sitting in the passenger seat of the car. He said, "I never killed nobody." So he can say what he want. He's also said things like, if these other people say something out of line, they will go to jail. And he was talking about Lil Boosie Stink and Diddy and all them guys. He said if they say something or get out of line, they'll go to jail. It seems like a black male bribery type game that's being played. When you lay down with the devil, and he knows something about you, he'll hold that over their heads. Who knows what they have these guys on film doing? Who knows? Who knows? You would think that out of all the quote unquote famous people we have, somebody would say something one day of serious importance, of serious truth. They don't. None of them do. They all stick to the script. Like they terrified to even slightly get out of line. So I don't know, man. If you know something about Shaq, let me know.
Violations.
But I think they
the
compromised
J6
for sure. Right?
Political.
What if every moment was an opportunity to reward your conviction?
Were the
free speech.
Sweet.
Let's get the mask.
Sometimes they could just be stubborn. This.
What else do you want to tweet? Yeah, who knows? Maybe maybe Ye was never here. It's never disrespect when I call you Kanye. I've just been calling you that for 15 years, so it's like you call him my brother or something a name, and then he changed his name. But Ye is even better, and it's definitely taking hold. I think it's an awesome name. But seriously, Ye, what else do you want to tweet out to folks? Because everything right now is going super mega total viral. What is your message to Trump right now? What's your message to DeSantis right now?
Hey, the internet was going crazy when this was going live. Everybody was like tuned into this. If you could find it.
I don't know who DeSantis is. I never heard of the guy.
No, I hear you. Well, all the elites back in DeSantis gives me a lot of concern.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, we love Trump. We love Ye.
That's right. Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's Ye and Trump, and anybody going for DeSantis or McCarthy. That's just not the energy. That's not the vibe. That's not MAGA. That's not Jesus energy. That's not dragon energy. So, and I like what Ye said about people need to just put it all on the line and finally tell the truth. That's the problem.
Well, here's the bottom line. You're not a white supremacist. I've seen your show. You love everybody. You stand up for white people. Everybody should stand up for themselves and everybody else. That's a load of crap that you're a white supremacist.
True. Yeah. And
Did you help round up Jews like George Soros?
No.
Okay, well then I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear anything from the ADL or anybody else.
But for the ADL, I want to say there's a lot of good Nazis that were just fighting for their country. And for them all...
Like George Soros.
For them all to get put in a box. They're all in a box. Every Nazi's bad. Well, could some of the Nazis have just been fighting for their country? Oh, they're all... Oh, we can't put them all in a box.
No, I get you're explaining that, like you said, you love the Zionists. You don't agree with some of the things they're doing, even though you don't support a lot of what's happening. Seriously, I've really studied a lot of history. Plus, I had family that was there, and so I mean, I don't think Hitler was a good guy. I get the Hugo Boss uniforms, amazing, but I mean, just because you're in love with the design, you're a designer. Can we just kind of say like you like the uniforms, but that's about it?
No, there's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things. Hey, Netton, what did you think about that, Netton? This is insane. You are an insane person. How could you say something? It's okay that...
So let me ask you, you like the Azov Battalion because they openly howl Hitler. They're the leftovers of World War II. They support Zelensky and attacking Russia. So you like the Azov Battalion?
I love everyone.
Well, my point is you weren't involved with Hitler. You didn't do anything. So having the ADL say anybody that opposes communism and the New World Order is a Nazi, well, you kind of get what you give. You know?
No one cares about the ADL. They're played out. Jesus is Harvard.
They ran Twitter till last week. But yeah, I hear you.
They don't run anything. No one knows the AD. No one cares. They're played out. Look at.
See what Alex is doing? Actually, he's actually trying to subtly give credibility to the ADL. That's why he keeps bringing them up like they some kind of force of nature. He keeps bringing up the ADL and trying to give them some type of legitimacy, like we should be afraid of them. And that's why Ye keeps, every time he brings up ADL, he says, man, F the ADL. It's like he wants us to be afraid of the ADL. Talking about they run this and run that.
People have had a problem. Look at Clockwork Orange. There's a part where a Jewish guy makes the guy kiss the shoe, and he says, kiss the Jew. Like, people have had issues with Jewish people forever. But what I'm saying is, I love Jewish people. I love Jewish people.
We're talking about Stanley Kubrick. Put the War Room background up at the end there. You think Clockwork Orange is about Jews?
Absolutely. Look at it.
I thought it was about a collapsing. Stanley Kubrick was a Jew.
Did you catch? Alex had to catch himself. I never watched that movie before, but Alex Jones was like, he asked Ye if he thinks that movie is about Jews, and Ye said absolutely. And then Alex said, I thought it was about a collapsing and then he kind of switched up. He didn't want to put that idea of collapsing society next to Jewish people. So he caught himself. Pay attention to that guy.
Oh, wow.
I know his daughter. He was a great guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he made Dr. Strangelove. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I see incredible literature and art and music and just so much great stuff Jews do, just like I see so many great things black people do or any other group, like, Beethoven.
What literature and art? I needed a list of that. Give me some literature and art. Seinfeld? What are we talking about here? Seinfeld
was German. I don't blame Beethoven for Hitler, and I believe in free speech.
Well, what about Wagner?
Well, they demonized Wagner only because Hitler liked it.
Or Adi Dassler, or Hugo Boss. We have all this demonization. We don't care anymore, ADL. Obviously, no one cares. Shut up. No one cares. Jesus is king. Shut up. It's done. Tomorrow. It's all the next day.
But German cars do break down and cost a lot of money to fix.
Germans make really good cars.
I think the Japanese make better ones.
Germans had a really cool leader at one time.
Oh my God. This look, I drive mainly American cars, but when it comes to company cars, it's a couple Toyotas because the damn things don't break. I mean, it is ridiculous.
You know what?
The Japanese bitch to the globalist groups. They want to make light bulbs that go 100 years. They want to make cars never break. You know they can do that. The Japanese are.
Alex is glitching, man. It is ridiculous. He's glitching out, yo.
Pissed. Like that's why they've not said they're for electric cars. They go, these don't work. It takes more carbon. Why are you doing this?
That's what needs to be broken. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I want to say with Ben Shapiro, he was so disrespectful to his employee, Candace Owens, for speaking out against me. And that just showed you another level of this kind of control that's out there.
No, I agree. I like Candace. She has a lot of courage. She's a really smart, beautiful lady. She's really defended you. But I mean, are you saying Ben Shapiro's got her on a leash?
I think it's pretty obvious.
You know, as our Paul Watson, we didn't launch her. She deserved it. But InfoWars launched Candace Owens.
Yes, but everyone is still controlled by the Jewish media. We need to serve Christ first. Christ first. Everyone, period. Trump.
Okay, but you say the Jewish media. Let me just bring up a real world example. I'm not just, I'm trying to get there. I only met Matt Drudge once. He came here, hung out a few hours, and went to dinner. He's Jewish. I never asked for anything. He never told me what to do. He only sent a few emails here and there to writers saying, hey, when you break something, email it to me. And he was a Jewish guy that totally helped us go to the next level. We would have been successful without him, but he like supercharged it. Then suddenly he flips the other side, never talked to him again, and his website's like a Democrat hellscape. But I'm just saying, it's like I've known a lot of Jews in my life, and I didn't have the Hollywood experience you had. Actually, all the Jews in my life overall were very nice people, is all I'm saying.
I'm actually tired of hearing about the Jews. Like, I love them. Honestly, I don't even care that much,
But we spent the last 2 hours talking about them. I mean,
because it's fun. It's fun.
You don't want to hear about them. You want to talk about them all day.
Because being canceled is fun because we're showing you guys the extent that you can go, right? Because everything at this point that you do proves my point. Watch this. If I say DEFCON 3 and then you cancel all of my deals, you proved exactly why I needed to go DEFCON.
No, I agree with what you just said. Let me stop you because Dave Chappelle.
Alex,
go ahead.
Let me channel.
All right, go ahead.
Channel. All right. If I and Dave Chappelle works for the Jews anyway. So if I say now I forgot what I had to say. Let me meditate. Let me get into a place.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Love you, brother. Jesus is King. If I go on this interview and I say I love Hitler, and then they go and 5150 me and try to lobotomize me like we saw Harley Pasternak do, or they put me in prison, it just proves what I'm saying. And it's going to spark the high schools. It's going to spark the grammar schools. It's going to spark the colleges that say enough is enough. It doesn't matter how on the spectrum you think I am. I have the right to speak out loud. That is our First Amendment. And it's a shame that you have to be considered to be on the spectrum to have enough courage to speak out loud. I do love my family, right?
That was actually a good point he made too. That in order to speak your mind, people call you crazy. That's how controlled this society has become. It's really amazing if you sit back and really think about the level of control this society is under. If you don't have faith, if you got to have faith in God, because it could scare you if you really sat back and think about how controlled this society is. Scared to say things, and if you do, you're crazy. It's like a movie. It's like we're really living inside of a movie, yo. It's insane.
But I looked at every possible outcome. I've practiced Chinese water torture on myself. I would like skip along Malibu in front of my house and sing, when the Clintons come to kill me, how is it going to be? What are they going to do to kill me? Wait a second. Netton, what do you have to say about this? Netton don't want to say nothing.
Netton don't want to say nothing. I love that line.
What I'm trying to get at here is, that I don't think the father of the future revolution against tyranny is Hitler. And Hitler said a coming man was coming that would be the next hit.
what is wrong with Alex Jones? All this man did is say he loved Hitler, he loved Jewish people, he loved this, that, he loved everybody. And he keeps defaulting back to Hitler.
That would destroy the New World Order and the whole system. He wanted his own New World Order. He thought it would come out of America. Do you know about Hitler and his coming man?
No, I don't know about that.
Now I've looked that up, the coming man, and I have not was not able to find any information on that particular. I've heard of that before. Don't get me wrong, but I have not been able to find any like quotes, anything on the internet about that particular thing about Hitler saying the coming man. I just haven't been able to see it, find that anywhere.
But what we have to.
Well, I just think you should not want to be Hitler's coming man.
I didn't say I was. I don't really care that much about Hitler. I love him. Seems like
you just do it as a way to like troll.
No, he seems like a cool guy. You know, it's like he it's like he had a really cool outfit and stuff, and he was a really good artist.
The real reason you're stiff after sitting.
One of the first things I tell people is please delay your
architect, and
so you're in love with the look of it.
And he didn't kill 6. It's just like factually incorrect.
Guys, get the Ronald Reagan clip they showed me yesterday. Sorry, go ahead. Ronald Reagan said that too. Well, I think Hitler did target and kill some people. So I think
I think Obama killed Palestinians.
No, I hear you. Here's where I think the frustration is. Nick, you can comment on this.
And Obama was not the first black president. He was another Jew.
Americans are tired of hearing that we're Hitler and that we did bad things when we defeated Hitler. And that's my biggest beef.
Let's not say his name anymore. Only say Christ's name moving forward.
I agree. But I'm tired of hearing I'm a Nazi. I'm really, because I'm not. But I think by them falsely accusing people, some people are going to become Nazis.
I am.
Classic.
Now what? I am.
You're
now
what?
Now I'm a Nazi, Ari Emanuel. Isn't that what it said? Because this is the thing.
You're doubling down.
Look, Alex, I love you. Do not cut this rant off.
I'm not. You're live.
Right here. Okay, so we're in America. We get our history stolen from us, and we're all made to slaves. The Native Americans and the ones brought over on Jewish slave boats, right? And then we're so-called free, but we're never freed. And we're Republican, but then we're turned to Democrats at the MLK, JFK time, right? And we're told we're black, and they made songs that said, say it loud, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. And then crack came, and then rap.
Damn, was that a psyop too? I be thinking like that now. When they put them songs out, I'm black and I'm proud. Was that a psyop? Through the music? It had to be. That was a psyop, yo. James Brown's Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud was a fucking psyop. It hypnotized that group to accept the idea of black as an identity and to be proud of it. Isn't there like the Pied Piper played the flute? That's diabolical, bruh.
Started saying, what's up, my nigga? I'm a nigga, you a nigga. It's, okay, I'm a nigga then. Wait a second, I thought nigga was bad a second ago. Nah, nigga is fine. That's what the feds told us to call ourselves. And then even Beyonce, we never thought she called herself a bitch. Missy said, hey, I'm a bitch. Everyone says I'm a bitch. Okay, now our black women are bitches. So we're bitches and niggas now, right? I'm a nigga, you a bitch. I've even said this in my raps. So I wake up and I look at my phone and they say Ye's an anti-Semitic. So I said, okay, well, I'm an anti-Semitic. No, you said I'm an anti-Semitic. Get it? You understand what I'm saying? Bring in the clowns. There will be clowns.
I tell you what, let's play that Frank Sinatra.
Ye went in right there. He really highlights hypocrisy excellently. That's even a word. All right, I think I'm gonna get out of here tonight. Let me see. I'm gonna check my feed real quick on X and see if anything's going on. I want to talk about Nick Fuentes because Nick Fuentes has been saying some things that I find it's interesting because I think Nick Fuentes is coming to a realization. I don't want to be mean, but I think he realized that his tribe are dumb or are dumber than here, let's see.
What now do we call ourselves? Because I really do just want to separate from that like stinking heap of garbage that calls themselves the JQ whatever. Obviously, I'm still anti-Israel. Obviously, I'm still against Jewish power. And, you know, I believe we're locked in like a racial, religious, and political struggle against Jewish nationalism. Obviously, that still animates every fiber of my being, but I just don't, I can't be associated with this other stuff. I can't be associated with the conspiratard, the free Palestine, you know, I can't be associated with that stuff. I don't want any part of that anymore. I don't want to be a part of this movement of like Gen X freaks wearing graphic t-shirts that say shit about 9/11.
Man, I'm Gen X, bro. I think Gen X is more gangster than you give us credit for, Nick. Chill out with that, homeboy.
And like, I just can't let like these, it's like a rock concert t-shirt, but it's talking about like the Jews and 9/11. I just can't be a part of that. So we just need something that's a little bit upper class, just like top shelf, higher level, more tasteful version. Because that's just not my scene. You know, I'm in Dan Kazarian's trampoline room and they're smoking pot. It's Jake and it's Dan. And, you know, they're just kind of going back and forth. So I think fucking the Jews did 9/11 and this and that. And I'm like, this is just like not my scene. These are not my people. You know, or you're with Sneeko and it's all these Muslim towel heads and they're talking about, you know, voodoo and boo-boo and gawa and this and that. And I'm like, I can't fuck with that either. It's just brown clownery. Like, fuck all that. Anyway. So what can we do short of joining the Jews? We just need to make our own. Once again, we are left with the task of carving out our own. This is its own thing. We're not part of any other thing. The movement is me, okay? The movement is me. The movement is this show. The movement is America First. The movement is the Groypers. Nothing outside it, nothing above it. It's just us. It can't be anything else. You try to get close to anybody else and you see like how it gets poisoned with stupidity. Anyway, so that
Nick is going to have to come to the realization that, and I said this and people might take it the wrong way, but this is a spiritual Bible that's been playing out. It's played out several times throughout history, actually. Okay. And those classified as white people, y'all can't get it done. That's the irony of this whole situation. White people have not been blessed by God to get her done in this particular situation. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to come see us. You notice Ye and Kyrie Irving, just them two, caused more shift in public opinion, eyebrows, views than any of these white people. They're only letting white people talk, Nick Fuentes, because they know white people are not granted the blessing to fix it. It's not your fight. You're not the CEO of this particular spiritual battle. And guess what? A lot of y'all are going to have a hard time swallowing that pill. You're a Gentile. Nowhere does it say the Gentiles are going to save the world from the devil. It's not going to happen. And Nick is seeing it. Jake Shields, Stu Peters, Megyn Kelly, Tucker CIA Carlson. Who else you got on that side over there? A bunch of weirdos. Sneeko. Elijah Schaefer. All these weirdos. Nobody gives, they don't even know what's going on half the time. It's not going to work through y'all. And the Jewish people know that. The ones that, the whites above the Jews, know that. That's why they'll let Tucker run his mouth all day long. And Tucker not even saying anything. Tucker not stepping out on a limb and putting it on the line. So you watch, okay? Y'all gonna have to take a back seat and be a support to the truth. You're gonna have to support the truth. You're not the bringers of the truth. Not in this one. And I think Nick is, I'm not saying he realizes what I'm saying, but it's clear that what I'm saying is true. All right. So I'm gonna leave it at that. All right. I might do a whole thing on this and make a video about Nick Fuentes coming to the realization that his tribe is fucking dumb, spiritually dumb. Dan Blazarian, James Fishback. Nobody cares about these people like that, guys. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here, man. We'll try to do a part 3. I don't know when I'm gonna get back on. I might try to get back on late tomorrow or sometime early in the afternoon. Just put something out there early in the afternoon. But I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Make sure you always hit that like button for me. I hate saying that shit. Make sure you subscribe and all that. And